And a jingle. Everyone really the shuffle.
The shuffle, the great shuffle.
This helps us waste 10 seconds.
The 10-second shuffle.
Sorry.
Excellent. So we read
actually on the
2
wrong
Samuel 19, 24 to the end.
Great, isn't it? Great bits.
Lots of bits and bobs
Oh,
and sort of cleaning
Lots
up
of
after the
difficult
fight.
words. So I
Yeah.
had to, yeah.
Mephibosheth.
Mephibosheth.
Oh, well done.
I had to practice that before I
You
read
did,
that.
did
In the
you?
2 seconds before I read it.
Right. And he's Jonathan's son.
Yeah, and if you remember right, when David goes into exile, Zeba turns up, his
Yeah.
servant, and David says to him, "Where is Mephibosheth, who I've been really nice to?" And Zeba puts the knife in and says, "Oh, Mephibosheth thinks, oh well, I'll get all my territories back. I'll become king now that David's gone."
Oh, staying in
But in
Jerusalem.
fact, it seems that Mephibosheth, who doesn't wash or doesn't shave or doesn't do anything while David is away,
In mourning type of
is
thing.
is in fact still loyal to David. And so David's got a difficult decision. What does he do? Because he's given all Mephibosheth's lands to Zeba, his servant.
Right.
And so he says, okay, well, we'll divide it in two.
Yeah,
Very
that's
simple.
what it is it?
Very
Yeah.
simple decision.
Wow.
So was it Zeba who
So Zeba does come with David into exile. Yeah.
But was it Zeba who deceived?
Who
He lies,
lies?
yeah.
Who lies?
He lied to David as they were leaving Jerusalem, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there
Bit
was
naughty,
that.
wasn't
I
it?
don't think we actually we didn't talk about it. There were 3 people he spoke to as he left Jerusalem. Right? That was
Yeah.
quite interesting.
Yeah.
And then they all had something specific.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That is intriguing.
And then this next chap, Barzillai,
Yeah.
sounds a great
It
name.
sounded a little bit like.
Lord of the Rings type thing.
It sounded a bit like not Godzilla. Oh yeah, Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Sounded a bit like that to me. I was thinking.
Godzilla's cousin.
But
Yes.
he looks after
Barzillai.
Saul in exile,
Yes.
looks after David in exile, and so David says, "Come back and I'll reward you." And he says, "Nah, I'm too
I
old.
don't want to come back.
Take this person, probably his son.
Oh, it's Chimcham.
Take Chimcham.
Right.
Barzillai and Chimcham. What a great couple of names.
Barzillai and Chimcham, exactly. They could be a sort of double act. couldn't
Yeah.
they?
Ham.
Oh, Chimham, sorry.
Yes.
Chimham. I like Chimcham.
And then you get this sort of big spat between, and
Yes.
this is sowing seeds for the future.
Judah and
actually,
Israel.
This is
proper
it. Well, this is interesting.
division. Yeah, very
Yeah.
interesting. You get the southern state, the southern, I was going to say republics. That's not what they were. The southern tribes,
Right.
Judah and Benjamin, sort of saying, "Oh, David is ours," and then the 10 northern tribes saying, "No, he's also ours."
Yeah, we've got
And
10
so-
shares
And
in
then-
the king.
And there's this tension between the southern tribes and the northern tribes.
Because Jerusalem was in the northern.
No, Jerusalem was
Was
in
on
the
the
south.
But it's literally on the top, isn't it? It's,
Yes,
it's
yeah.
on the
It's on the
border.
border.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
he was. So in fact, he was with. So hang on, David was with Judah. Is that right?
David is of the tribe of Judah.
Right,
That's
and-
his family.
And Absalom had run off with the Israelites. Is that right?
Well, that's the odd thing, because Absalom was David's son, so Absalom was also of the tribe of Judah.
Right.
But
he
tries to sort of
No
get the
doubt would have got
Israelites.
the Israelites on.
He got Israel on his side. Okay, because it's quite confusing, isn't it? But it's very interesting. The last bit it says the words of the people of Judah were fiercer than the words of the people of Israel. And I thought, isn't that sowing the seeds for something
It is.
ominous?
It is sowing the seeds for something very ominous
Right.
later on.
Oh dear.
Right. So there's always been this division. They've never really managed to
Yeah.
solve it. There's one really interesting thing, which I have to take a photograph of it because I won't be able to find it. Where he's about sitting at the table. I think it's maybe
Mephibosheth.
Yes, that guy. Thank you.
That guy. That's better.
And he says, "For all your father's house were doomed to death, but my lord the king, but you set your servant among those who eat at your table." And I thought it was really interesting, this idea of sitting his servant to eat at your table. So it was this idea that he was saving them
Yeah.
in a way. By,
And this was Mephibosheth, who was the son of Saul, son of
Right.
Jonathan, who David honours
right.
when he comes to the path. So,
Right.
There we go. They're all doomed to death, but you set your servants among those who eat at
Yeah.
your table. And I couldn't help but thinking about the Last Supper. Because it's like
lovely, lovely.
all of us are sort of doomed to death, but then God sent his
That's
servants
nice, Mike.
to
Yeah.
sit at the table and eat with us and save us. So I thought it was a really nice kind of sort of,
that's lovely.
yeah.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
And then Acts 12, Ah, great story.
Herod, the populist, again,
Yeah.
he's in the crowds. It's like, kill one of these guys. Ooh, gets my popularity ratings up. Let's go grab the other. And an amazing escape.
It is amazing, and isn't it a lovely story at the end when with
Knocking.
Rhoda, she knocks, and she's so amazed. She doesn't open the door. She forgets to open the door. She leaves Peter out there. She goes back to the others and Peter's out there.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Well,
It's like, please continue knocking. I love it. It's even written here, so it's great.
Yeah. Let me in.
And they say, are you out of your mind? I love the idea. It's like, are you out of your mind? Because how could you possibly have got out of prison? Or is it out of your mind? You left him on the street knocking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is remarkable. Do we have any? Does this story carry on with sort of Herod waking up the next morning and finding he's gone?
It does carry on.
There is a bit of that. Okay.
It does carry on. I don't know whether we read it tomorrow, but
Right.
if not, I'm afraid the gods come to a sticky end because of it.
Oh, Herod isn't happy.
Herod
It's
is
interesting
not
thing,
happy.
you've got this story with Peter, haven't you? Actually going out of prison, but then you've also got that story about Paul, haven't you? About being released out of prison, and yet but he goes back, doesn't he? He doesn't leave the prison. Have I got that right?
No, if you're talking about something earlier, the disciples are in prison. They're released. They
And they go back to the church.
They go back to the
synagogue.
temple. They go back to the temple.
To preach.
Okay.
So whilst they're looking for them in the prison, some people come along and go, do you realise those guys you put in prison are actually now preaching again in the synagogue?
Now,
Yes.
Peter doesn't do this on this occasion. Peter goes off.
Because this does look a bit worse.
Yeah, this is more serious.
And Herod's a bit of a, he's already put a bunch of people to death, so he's not a guy to mess with.
Do you remember reading the story of the heavenly man? So I'm saying to you,
No.
Malcolm.
Yes,
Heavenly Man,
I do
which is
remember.
a Chinese Christian who I think this literally happened to him in sort of real life. Well, this is real life too, but in more modern times he was in prison and this literally happened to him. Yeah.
Really? There's the
It's
door
called The Heavenly Man, the book, about
Wow.
this chap.
Intriguing. And actually, it's very interesting. I love this. It does actually say that this was real. Doesn't it say that somewhere in the reading? We did not realise what was happening with the angels.
He thinks it's a vision.
Yeah.
He thinks he's in prison, he's having a vision, and he suddenly he just comes to. When the angel leaves him, he suddenly comes to, and he thinks, actually, this is real.
Yeah, when he came to himself, he said,
Yeah.
I'm sure the Lord has sent his angel and rescued me.
Yeah.
Amazing,
Lovely.
amazing
Bless you.
stuff.
Have a great day.
Great.
And hope to see you tomorrow.
Indeed.
Bye.
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 Could you?
Big man over the top this time.
Oh.